often talk about the 4 stages of retirement. The other day, I was golfing with some amazing girlfriends and discovered what I think is a 5th stage of retirement. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 4 stages and then work in some magic with that 5th stage. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I produce a retirement lifestyle video every Saturday at noon. So let's just review what the 4 stages of retirement are. So the first stage is what I like to say, this is it, woo! I'm finally retired. You may have a few reservations, you may be a little bit nervous, there might be some concern, but overall, for the majority of people, it's this is it. I've worked so darn hard, I'm finally able to retire. Many people, they pull out their bucket list and they start checking off items, they travel, they experience new things, and then many people also just choose not to do anything for a while. They just want to relax, they just want to go, take a deep breath because they weren't able to before. And then, of course, there's others that are just a combination of the two of those. But as time moves on, typically a year to 3 years is what they say, they move into the next stage of retirement. So if stage 1 is this is it, stage 2 is what I call, is this it? Like, is this it? This is their day-to-day reality right now. And it seems like people settle into kind of a routine, and it's much different of a routine when they were working. So it seems like a lot of people finally settle into this routine without purpose, without an identity, without things to do every single day, without something to go to, somewhere to go. And a lot of us flounder at this stage. We seem to really miss having a reason to get up in the morning. And yet, in this stage, we find that people still don't want to go back to work in the way they did before, but they might want to go back part-time. They might want to do some volunteering. They're just kind of at loose ends. They're not quite sure what to do. They have 24 hours to fill in a day, and they're not quite sure how to fill them. And so they begin to wonder again, stage 2, is this it? Now, stage 2 really can be a difficult stage for a lot of people because they can get depressed. A lot of divorces happen in this stage. So if you're feeling that way, please talk to someone about it because there is so much more, or can be so much more to retirement than just stage 2. Stage 3 then can be a fun but scary time as well. In stage 3, you really need to take an active role in moving forward. You need to take the bull by the horns. So stage 3 is what I call find what you love. Now here I recommend asking yourself a series of questions, such as things like, what did I love about my work? What do I miss about my work? What did I always want to do as a child? When I was growing up, I always said, I'm going to be okay, what makes me smile? What makes me laugh? What did I always want to try? Maybe I was too nervous to try it. Maybe I just didn't have the time or the money. So a whole series of questions about who you are and who you want to be, because this is it. This is our life. So this is though where the most challenging part comes in for most people. So you have this list of things you've wanted to try, you've wanted to be, you've wanted to do, you miss about work. Now it's time to add them back into your life. But a lot of people are introverted. A lot of people don't want to put themselves out there. A lot of people are very cautious about getting to know other people. And this is where it's hard and scary. So I totally encourage you, if you want to make your retirement remarkable, you really need to oftentimes just put yourself out there. Join a class, take a lesson, try something new. For me, go to the driving range and learn how to golf. Put yourself out there. And if you're still a little bit nervous, there's so many online ways to put yourself out there so you don't actually have to meet people, at least at the beginning. I had a good friend of mine who was very, very nervous to meet people. She joined an online book club. They met online. It was wonderful. And then finally, after a while, she got to know this one lady online, and they met for coffee. And now they're good friends. So there are ways to move yourself out there. But that's why I say that stage 3 of retirement can be a fun and yet scary time, because many people do have that difficulty putting themselves out there. Many people aren't comfortable with it. So check online. Another suggestion maybe is to find someone, a trusted friend of yours that maybe wants to do some of the similar things and join together. So you're not alone and you've got that connection with someone else. But put yourself out there the best way that you can You never know, you might just meet your new best friend. So it seems though, when you finally get into the groove in stage 3, you move into stage 4 of retirement. In fact, probably for the rest of your life, or the rest of your active life, hopefully, you move back and forth from stage 3 to stage 4 and back to stage 3 many, many times throughout. So here's sort of what it looks like. Let's say you've always wanted to take up painting. So you decide to take some lessons and you really enjoy it and you add painting into your retirement. But at one point, you either say, painting isn't enough, I want to try something else, or, okay, I'm getting kind of bored, I've painted enough, I like it, but I want to try something else. So you then go back into stage 3 and ask yourself those series of questions. Okay, what else do I like? What do I miss about my work? Is there anything I miss about my work? What makes me smile? What makes me laugh? What would I always want to do? And then you have to try it again. So you're back into stage 3 and you're back into stage 4. Most people move back and forth between those 3 and 4 stages for the rest of their lives. But last Thursday, I was golfing with my new BFFs, and one of them mentioned she had a card with these words on it. Everything is figure-outable. That's it. Everything is figure-outable. That's all it said. And this really resonated with me. We went for a beer afterwards and we were all talking, and it's true. Yes, everything is figure-outable. And so this is what I call now the 5th stage of retirement. But it's not actually a stage that you go through. It should be a mindset. It should be embedded into every single stage of retirement. And actually, it should be embedded into every single stage of life. Right from when you're little, you should think about this 100 times a day. So let me say it again. Everything is figure-outable. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to like everything in the end. It doesn't mean that you're going to be happy 100% of the time. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But if you come at life with the notion that everything is figure-outable, it makes sense. When you struggle, remember, everything is figure-outable. When you aren't sure or you're scared to take some action, remember, everything is figure-outable. And when you're thinking about making the move to retire, remember, everything is figure-outable. So, thanks to my new golfing buddies in Arizona for an outstanding season. I say when I met them, I've said I won the golf lottery, and I really did. So now it's time to figure out this thing called retirement. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement. I produce a retirement lifestyle video every Saturday at noon, and please consider joining our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/lifestartsatretirement.